Hello, parents. Bethany Smith here. I wanted to just take a moment to let you know a little bit more details about Legacy Dream. I understand some of you were unable to attend the event, and I wanted to make sure that you had all the information that you needed about this exciting conservatory that we are launching. So I'm going to go through the slides that we did for the special launch event, and hopefully you'll feel like you were there a little bit and also have some more information. Once upon a time, a couple dreamt of opening a theater to inspire generations of budding artists. Today, that dream is fully realized in a performing arts conservatory to nurture those artists' legacy dream. And this truly is a dream. You'll see pictures here of us building the theater. And it was a dream come true for me. Here is opening night. And we are super excited, and that brings us to now. I'm a visionary. I dreamt of, since I was 19 years old, dreamt of owning and operating a professional theater. I then met my Prince Charming that shared the same dream. And in 2006, we opened the Legacy Theater, and there was no roadmap for that. And it was certainly a dream come true. I then went on a business retreat this past September, and I had a new vision. And it was one for a performing arts school, and it certainly took me by surprise. I thought I was done dreaming, but lo and behold, I was not. And I spent the next 4 days, you know, as a parent, when you have no distractions. I had no distractions. I was at this hotel and by myself on this business retreat, and I spent the next 4 days just completely blowing up anything that I knew and any limitations that I had of the studio world and how dance studios fit in and how acting studios fit in. And I just blew it up, and I envisioned and started building from scratch what would be my dream studio, and with no boundaries and no limitations and no rules. And once I had this vision, I knew there was no turning back. It was just too amazing, and I was just so excited about it. I was calling Mark and calling my staff on my breaks and telling them, warning them, everything is different from here on out. I envisioned something new, and oh my goodness, this is going to be wonderful. So when I came back, I met with my amazing team at Legacy, and they graciously embraced the vision, and we all started dreaming up what would be our dream studio, and what would those opportunities be, and what would those classes be, and how can we just make this the most amazing program ever? And but before I get into too many details, I gave you just a little bit of history. That's my friend Justin. He is actually, he performed at the event, but obviously I do not have him here now to perform, but he's a fantastic artist that did perform for the event. But our original mission statement that Mark and I, we actually moved here from New York City to Moreland, Georgia, if you can believe it. And Mark got a job teaching at Landmark in their Fine Arts Department. So our original mission statement that we wrote back over 12 years ago in Moreland was to provide theater of unprecedented excellence to the South Metro Atlanta community while inspiring and educating budding theater artists in a compassionate and non-discriminatory atmosphere, as well as nourishing present and future theater goers. Boy, what a statement. But I think you can see that this is the coming together of that finally. This is the completion of that, of our dream and our vision for Legacy, and something we simply couldn't do 12 years ago. Our values have always been for our students, our family and excellence, nurture, inspire, which is dream, and shine. So this has always been our goal. However, it hasn't been until now that it could fully come to fruition. And we have now consolidated this into one simple statement that you will see everywhere, bringing the Legacy Studios section, the Legacy Dance, and Legacy Theater together as one, thank goodness, finally, in inspiring dreams through excellence in the performing arts. And boy, that is who we are all about. So when you see that, you can wear that with pride, knowing that at Legacy, you are a part of that, and we are inspiring your dreamer to be whatever dreams they have through excellence. You'll always see excellence at Legacy from our professional staff who's performed professionally throughout the world, to our, obviously, the excellent training that we offer, also down to the excellent facility. And you will all see those, in, of course, encompassing all of the performing arts. Why now? Why am I doing this now? With combined 50 combined years, that sounds like a long time. I can't believe I'm that old in the professional theater, and 25 combined years of nurturing and training talented students. Mark and I really do have a unique perspective on the benefits of training in all areas of the performing arts and what it takes to be successful. In addition, we have gathered information from our alumni, our professors, professional actors, and other artistic directors and producers to ensure our students have the opportunity to be limitless. So like I said, when we just rebuilt this program, we absorbed all the information that we could to really put together this dream program. The students that have the most success in life, like I said, we have perspective. So we watch them grow up. You have, your 3 children that you watch grow up, and each level, what they're going to do at each level of their ages. We see that time and time again. So, I can tell you about, a 3-year-old. I can also tell you about a 13-year-old. I could tell you about an 18-year-old. And now we even have the perspective of seeing them once they become adults. So it's super exciting. And we can see kind of what those magic formulas are to this upstanding individuals in the community. And the ones that have had the most success in the performing arts and in life have been what we call cross-trained. They have done music, theater, and dance. These students have become the most confident and well-rounded young adults and ready to take on any challenge that life throws at them. Instead of growing the studios with more students, we wanted to grow in mentoring and opportunities for the students we have now. So just like you as a family, where you say, okay, 2 kids, 3 kids, 6 kids is enough. Now I want to spoil the 6 I have. That is the same for us at Legacy. So instead of me setting goals of 500, 600 students, I wanted to scale it. I wanted to grow by actually scaling it back. And I wanted to spoil the students that I have now and really be able to nurture and mentor a smaller group of students as opposed to just keep growing. And that's one of the other things I'm just so excited about. In these impressionable years, we know that we can provide a safe and family-friendly environment to help your student achieve whatever dream they have, offering a program that is not offered anywhere. So we know at Legacy, we have such a privilege because we get to be with your student as a teacher and mentor from ages 2, some of them, all the way through 18. So we say legacy for life, and it really is. We love your children, and we love nurturing them and giving them a safe environment that they simply can't get anywhere else. On sports teams, they go from school to school, and those teams change. Obviously at school, those teachers change all the time, but at Legacy, they really can have that consistency and that mentorship all the way through their childhood, and even the friendships that they make, and boy, are those important. For me to branch off and to do this, it's a little bit scary. It's something that, like I said, I wasn't prepared to do. I wasn't prepared to look at studios in such a new way and kind of, like I said, blow up anything that you have been familiar with as far as a dance studio or acting studio. But for me, once I had this vision for it, just like with Legacy, there was no roadmap for Legacy Theater. No one was really doing it the way we're doing theater, as far as we are privately owned and operated, and to have the Performing Arts School as part of it. So the same kind of thing is happening now. Is I'm stepping out in faith, and I'm asking you as well, because it is much easier to stay where it is comfortable. However, growth never comes from this place. True growth comes from going outside of our comfort zones, believing we are capable of more, working hard through the process, and seeing your dreams through to the end. And I really want you to hold on to that for your student, and know that I am doing that as well, because I know that growth truly does come out of stepping out of our comfort zones and believing we are capable of more. And Legacy Dream is a conservatory to nurture those dreams. This was a letter that's included in the packet. If you would like to receive the full packet, I would be happy to give that to you. Legacy Dream is a true performing arts conservatory. Artists have the opportunity to grow in all areas of the performing arts: acting, musical theater, and dance. The conservatory is designed to offer classes to every artist on every level, allowing them to reach their full potential while preparing them for college or a career on or off stage. The Dream program is designed to allow artists the maximum amount of training and experience while still allowing time for family, homework, and other activities. It is our goal to prepare our students to succeed in whatever dream they choose. And boy, am I passionate about all of those things in that letter. What is that? So you're going to see this adorable map that I had designed, just to kind of help you understand, what is Legacy Dream and what is a conservatory. Like I said, you have to blow up whatever you know it to be arts classes and kind of rebuild it. And this is, I'm hoping, a visual to help you do that. So you'll see the awesome Legacy Theater down there at the bottom, and you'll see level 0. That's for the 2 and 3-year-olds. And then your student would move up to 3 and 4, Dream 1. Dream 2, 5 and 6-year-olds, Dream 3, 7 and 8-year-olds, Dream 4, 9 to 11-year-olds, Dream 5, 12 to 14 years, and Dream 6, 15 to 18 years, ending in Broadway. Or maybe not, maybe ending in the medical field and nailing that college interview. So it is a year-round conservatory. It is a conservatory, meaning that we offer a specialized training in the performing arts, which is why I've changed going from the name studio to a conservatory. It really is specialized training, and they are really going to get to take it to the next level, teaching acting, voice, and dance. There will be regular classes during the school year, and on the summer there will be opportunities. So the summer would be summer camps, intensives, or the big summer professional show, if that is your choice. Legacy Dream is by audition only, ages 7 and up. So if this would be 7 by the fall. So if you have a 5 and 6-year-old, they would be Dream 6, but they would not have to audition. 7 and ups do need to audition, and those auditions are coming up February the 11th, which is why I'm doing this video for you right now. Ages 7 and up are actually considered the Dream, Legacy Dream. And even though our Dream Zeros, Dream 1 and Dream 2 are kind of like apprentices. So we call our Dream Zeros baby dreamers, our Dream 1s tiny dreamers, and Dream 2 little dreamers. If you're selected into the program, once you audition, and I'll talk about the audition process, once you audition, you kind of get to select your major at Legacy, which is your, whether it's focusing more on musical theater, focusing more on dance, or focusing more on acting, which is super cool. And no one is doing that kind of training for your students at this level, which is why I'm so excited about it for your student, and why everyone really can select their dream at Legacy and what their dream, we're calling it concentrations. So their major is their concentration. So they get to pick those classes, and I will show you how that works. Each level is broken down by ages, and you will see that. Also, it is broken down by Dream 3. They are required to take 3 hours a week. Dream 4 is required 4 hours, Dream 5, 5, and Dream 6, 6. The reason I have done that is because by the time they reach high school, there is quite a bit of training that if they did decide to go into the performing arts, that really they would need at this level. Also, if this is your kid's thing, they're going to want to be there and train in this. And any student that is serious about anything generally picks up the training when they're in high school. It becomes their safe place, it becomes their outlet, it becomes their community. And I know I can train them excellent at this level. That's why we build it up gradually for like a Dream 3, because the jump would just be huge for some to go from no classes all the way to Dream 6. Although a lot of our kids are doing that, and they will thrive in that. We encourage your younger ones to come on in at Dream 3 and go ahead and start training, because then that will already be part of their vocabulary as far as the training goes, and it'll just be a very natural progression for them as they move up. And I'm super excited about that too. Because like I said, we simply haven't been able to offer that until now. You will see, like I said, so you know that each hour, depending on what level they are, is how many hours are required. Our regular classes will most likely be offered to an extent. So if you have a musical theater performer who is taking the musical theater class and is doing the junior productions, that will still be offered to your student, space providing. So our dreamers do get first selection as far as the classes, and if those fill up, then we would not have openings for our regular students. But I do foresee there being a few openings. So if Dream is not right for you, I do see there being some openings in our regular classes. So your musical theater student, by all means, does not have to leave Legacy. The same is true of our dance. The dance classes, if you have someone in dance, dance recitals would be for ages 6 and under. And dance recitals would be for the teams. So if you have a dancer that is taking regular recreation classes who is a 7 or 8-year-old, I will explain this more in just a minute, but they would be showcasing those on the musical theater showcase nights as opposed to doing the dance recital, which is a super cool thing for your students because the dance recitals are no longer required. So you're not paying for a lot of fluff, which I will tell you about in just a minute. Your dreamer, as if you saw my 12 Days of Christmas videos, your dreamer is going to benefit from so many things. You know, why would I do Legacy Dream if I can still just take the regular acting class? It's too much for my student. I believe it's going to feed them and going to be the exact thing that they need to flourish, to go through the middle school years, to have confidence to soar through their high school years, to nail those auditions, to have a core group of friends. There's so many things through the Dream program that I can just spoil them with. They are going to have, like I said, wonderful mentors. It's going to be a mentoring program. There's the exciting progression, as you can see, as it moves up. I'm going to have workshops with Broadway artists. They have more class options for the Dreamers. There's more performance opportunities that I will speak as I go through each level. A more convenient schedule. So even though it looks like a lot of hours, it actually isn't, because you're actually able to scale back because all the classes are 1 hour, so they can easily jump from class to class and make a schedule that works great for you. So you could either have a longer day one day, or you can do short days throughout the week to make that schedule work best for you. But it's going to be simple, super simple to fit in those classes. And then at the older levels, we have a wonderful college prep program and leadership opportunities. And these are all included as part of your dream. So on the back side of this map, so make sure you do get this map and you'll be able to see it. So at the bottom there, you will see on the very bottom are the opportunities, and on the top part of each level are the classes that are required. So for our Dream Zeros, you will see 45-minute class. The excited thing I am about the babies is that with the baby classes, as opposed to just being a dance class, we do get to add in, and we will start the babies as junior musical theater performers, because they will get to do the theater games as part of their classes. They will get to do dance recitals, because I do not want to take that cute opportunity from my parents of the 6 and unders. So each of those levels do get to do that. The Dream Ones, we add in singing. So that's going to be super fun for your 3 and 4-year-olds. The Dream Twos, this is a super important level. If you have a 5 and 6-year-old, if your musical theater student does want to be in the junior production, they would only be eligible if they are taking both of those classes, because that really is kind of the apprenticeship into the Dream program. So it's the musical theater class, they would be required 2 hours, and the ballet and tap class. But the fun thing is, for this age, is a ton of performance opportunities, because they would get the junior production, they would get the summer camp, the holiday recitals, and their showcases, as well as the spring recitals. So super fun for that age. I'm going to go through each level on their level sheet, so I won't spend too much time on this, but you will know that at every level, the one required course is musical theater. And then, just depending on how many other hours they're required, those are their electives. So if you were a Dream 4, you would be required musical theater, and then from there on, you would pick 3 more hours in order to make the 4, because musical theater would be the 1 hour. So if you're a Dream 3, the musical theater is required, and you get to pick 2 more options of your classes. So I'm going to go through each opportunity here. The different opportunities for the classes, of course, the junior production. This is our big production we do every spring. We have our holiday and spring showcases. So right now we showcase our musical theater and our acting improv classes during those showcase times. The difference is now is the dance classes they take, they would also showcase on this night. Parents, this is huge. You no longer have to pay for recitals if you have a 7 and up. So your student no longer has to do all the fluff that is included with a dance, which is great, but that's included with a dance studio. Now they get to truly focus on their musical theater or their acting. So if they're in a ballet class, they would showcase ballet on the same showcase night, and they wear just basic blacks, and you are not paying for any of those extra things. So that really is a huge time saver and a money saver for you and your student. If they take a tap class, they would showcase tap on that night. There are no longer recitals for the 7 and ups in the Dream track unless they're on our dance team. There's a one-act play. This is brand new. If you have an acting improv student that just loves the acting and is tired of having to sing all the time at Legacy, they will be able to have a one-act play. So if they are in our dream program, when they are in our, if they're in acting or improv, they are eligible to do the one-act play that'll be in the fall. Every year, I'm going to bring in a Broadway artist to work with your students. This is such a cool opportunity, and someone that has worked professionally, either touring or in New York City, to actually work with your students, and they will truly be inspired by that, and that is included in the DREAM program. Of course, our summer professional productions, if your student has never had an opportunity to do this, this is an amazing opportunity that they get to perform alongside professional actors. And all of our alumni, when they graduate, that's one of the top things that they talk about that truly prepared them for college, was getting to be a part of that and work alongside those professional actors. Summer intensives, we will have many other options. All of this starts up in the fall, by the way. So this is for next summer. There are, of course, the summer production this summer, and there are camps. But as far as the DREAM program, we'll start up for the next summer. But for the next summer, we will have more intensives. So we might have a dance technique intensive. We might have an acting intensive. We will have our full Camp Legacy. There'll be a lot more opportunities for them to choose through the DREAM program for that. We also have a talent show for our DREAM 3s and 4s. At this age, your kid likes to show off, and I'm sure you can agree with that if they are 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds. So we have added a talent show. This is on the Legacy stage. They get to have lights. They get to have microphones. They get to do their thing for their friends and family. So this is an opportunity only for dreamers. And boy, is that a fun opportunity for your kids to get to have that moment in the spotlight. We're offering a comedy night. So this is for our older ones, for the DREAM 5s and 6s, an actual comedy night at Legacy on the stage. Our leadership program. This is going to be an apprenticeship program where they can learn lighting, ushering, assistant teaching, marketing. There will also be scholarships awarded towards your tuition for that. Our dancers will get to do a dance concert featuring their choreographed student work, talk about college prep for them. This is going to be a fantastic night. This is open to our team kids. Our older kids also get to do mock auditions with college professors and receive feedback. There is a college prep parent night of which you parents get to ask questions, and we will help you through that process. You will be surprised at how quickly college will get here. I know I lived through it every single year with my parents. So if you have a child that's a freshman or sophomore, you're going to be thinking about college super soon. And there is a cabaret night. This is one that we've been doing with our level 4 now, our high schoolers in musical theater. Our dreamers for the DREAM 6, which is the high schoolers, they will get to do that cabaret night featuring music once a year. And also we are doing private audition coaching, whether it is for their musical theater or to get into a dance program, performance to get into those programs, or if it's just simply to sit down and go through interview questions that your student will need to get to nail that college scholarship for, to get into medical school. We will do that. That's something that we also offer through the DREAM program. The classes, these are the class descriptions. I will let you read through those and get those. You can get those at the office if you want those, or you can go back and just pause this video. I won't go through those too much in detail, but the musical theater class, similar to what they're doing now, we will really focus a lot on voice and on singing, acting through the song to make sure we really that be the focus of that. They will still do choreography and they will still do acting, but the main focus of that will be through voice and acting, because they are going to be able to get dance. We're going to try to scale back the time in class spent on the choreography so that we can do that during their class time when they have their dance classes. The acting improv class, much the same and fun that it is now. Ballet, I say from Broadway stars to NFL players, ballet is the foundation of all movement. I truly hope your student will consider taking a ballet class. The nice thing is now for classes is your student will be evaluated and placed in the class that is comfortable for them. This is also huge for those of you that have musical theater students. I started dance at a very late age and we had to take dance classes with 5-year-olds, and I was 9, and I was very embarrassed, and I was so much taller than everyone, but that was the only class they had offered for me as a beginner. The nice thing is now is your 11-year-old, your 10-year-old who has never had a dance class. Most dance studios really don't have a lot of options for your students. It's kind of like you missed the bus if you didn't start when you were 3. I don't believe in that. I spent my life as a choreographer, and I started dance when I was 9. So I encourage your students to take dance classes and to know that this is going to be an awesome opportunity because they're going to be able to be in classes with other students that are also on their level, whether they are a beginner, an intermediate, or advanced, and they'll be able to take with their level on those classes. And what a cool opportunity for them. Jazz, I say, where ballet gives you the foundation, jazz gives you the style. As you know, so much of musical theater is generalized through jazz. So that is definitely one class that they need in order to nail those most musical theater auditions. Tap, what do Fred Astaire, Shirley Temple, Hugh Jackman, and the Rockettes have in common? They can tap. So tap is a super fun class to add on as well for your student if that's something that they want to take their musical theater to the next level. This is the one class my alumni come back and say, boy, I'm so glad I knew how to tap because I was one of the only ones to know how to tap. So that just gives them a whole realm of more opportunities that other students simply won't have because they probably haven't had tap. I'm doing a boys only dance class. I'm raising 2 boys. I know your boys want to have a class for themselves. So even though I would encourage them to take a tap class, I understand that some boys would. I don't want to hold your sons back from excelling in musical theater because of dance. So I am offering a boys-only dance class so that they can get some basic ballet and jazz specifically for boys, and during a time that's boys only. And boy, isn't that cool. So I'm excited about that. We are offering music theory, the #1 class that students fail in college, and the one that they can't have unless they can't graduate without it, is music theory. This is sight reading. This is learning basic piano. It's mostly sight reading, so don't think it's just a piano class if your student knows how to take piano. It's being able to look at the notes and be able to read. Also maybe able to pluck out their part on the piano so they can warm themselves up. So this is something that your student, a lot of colleges are using music theory as kind of the way to weed out students. So if they're fantastic at acting, singing, and dance, then they give them music theory and see how they do. Because when they get there their freshman year, there's no point in bringing this awesome performer into the program if they're going to fail music theory. So, and this is the one that our alumni is going, oh my goodness, I can't believe you're offering this class. Once again, we research our students, professors, and said, what makes the difference? What would make the dream student? And this was one they said. So we're excited for that, for dreams 5 and 6. Advanced acting. So we were kind of putting some advanced acting elements in our level 4 musical theater kids. Now we're being able to just truly focus on advanced acting class specifically for dream 5s and 6s. And this is, Shakespeare, Stanislavski, Uta Hagen. So all these different techniques, once again, will really set them apart and give them so many more tools, when they do branch out professionally or in college, or just confidence in life and just a well-versed human being. We are also offering a contemporary improv dance class. So this is for our advanced dancers on our teams and a super cool way for them to get to express themselves and learn a new section of dance that is so important. So here's our opportunities for you. So your dreamers will each have their own dream sheets. So for our babies, it has what is included in their class, the opportunities that are included, and then on the back side, you will see what is included in your all-inclusive pricing. Each year, your student will get a little pin that's unique for every single year that they are with Legacy. So by the end, they could have, 13, I don't know, more than that. They would have like 18 pins, I guess. How cool would that be? Oh my goodness. Or no, 15 years, because if they 2 or 3 or 16, depending on how many years they're with us, pins. How cool would that be to collect all of those pins? I'm super excited about that. So they would start getting pins at Dream 0, but when you're an actual dreamer, when you audition and get into Legacy Dream, you get a dream jacket. And they are all so excited about the dream jacket. So our tiny dreamers, we add singing to that level for 3s and 4s. And so pick up those dream sheets. You will see that, what is offered for them. So much the same as they're doing now, except at the recital, you get to see them sing too, which I'm so excited about. And there is what's included in theirs. For the Dream 2, now this is where it makes the shift. They will take 2 hours. Dream 2 required 2 hours a week. That would be 1 musical theater class and 1 ballet tap combo class. But this level does get to do the most performances because not only do they get showcases and junior production, they also get recitals. So lots of really cool opportunities for your little dreamers. And we will have a sign up for this level. They do not need to audition to get in this level. And this is certainly would prepare them for the following year. If they're already in Little Dreamers, you're pretty much going to be a shoo-in to get into Legacy Dream if they've already apprenticed at that level for that when they audition the next year. They will certainly be set up to succeed. The other main thing about being a Dream 2 and why would you want your 5 and 6-year-old to be in this level is this is the only way they'll be able to do the junior production from now on. So the junior production is only open to Legacy students, all Legacy students that are in the musical theater class ages 7 and up, all the Dreamers, and open to 5 and 6s have to be in the Dream 2 program, which would be taking 2 classes a week. The nice thing is, parents, I know some of you, because I have the kids this age, you think, oh my goodness, they're going to be in kindergarten and it's just too much for them. Actually, the opposite I have seen true. Like I said, I've done this for 20 years. I've seen the kids at every age. The kids that excel the most and have the better time adjusting are the kids that have that outlet, because at Legacy it's fun. It's a creative outlet for your kid, especially if your kids are creative. They're holding all of that in at school all day, and this gives them the ability to express that. It also is a mentors that they know, so it's the one consistency in their life as well as home that is so important. So they get to have those friends that they see again, and they get to have those mentors they get to see again, and they get to have a place they feel safe and they can express themselves the way they express themselves, as you know, when you have those little performers, that they simply can't do at school. So at school, my kids have to stay, be good, and they're so good all day long, and then they get home and they're like, ah! Well, this gives them kind of that outlet. It gives them that outlet so that they get to still be able to grow and shine. And, the worst thing to do at this age is to pull the student out of their creative outlets. And that just is really hard for the student to understand. And the nice thing about the Dream program, you can either do those classes back to back, 1 day a week, or you can spread it out if you're worried that they're too tired. So there's lots of options for you. But the Dream 2 program really is where the shift happens. And you will see all of that's included in there. They get their pins at that level as well. Dream 3 is where it starts your Dreamers. So you might have a musical theater student right now that you say, why is this important? They take their 1 class a week. They really don't need the rest of this. I disagree. This is their outlet. We do make it easy for them to kind of take all of the classes that they might be taking all over town at one place. The reason this is so important is because this is what I do for a living, and I can get them the dance that they need to go with their musical theater training. Other places, I can't control that, and I can't say if most of my students that train at Legacy, all of our students that train at Legacy, I know the performance that is needed. I know exactly what they're going to need to make the progression work for them. At other places, you're just kind of guessing that they're going to be where they need to be. So that's the nice thing for you. So at this level, not only do you get the option for your 7 and 8-year-old to take a tap jazz combo class, a boys dance only class, a ballet class, or an acting improv class, it's not only is it with their ages and their level, but for the dance classes, you no longer have to do recitals or pay for any of those fees. So that is so huge. That's going to be a big savings for you that covers the classes. So I'm pretty excited about that opportunity. So they would get their musical theater classes required, and then from there on, we would sit down with you and ask your student and you, what are those other classes? We would have suggestions for them as well. But then they could pick 2 other options, whether it's the tap jazz class and the boys only dance class, or acting improv and ballet, or acting improv and boys only dance. A lot of your boys probably want to do that option. The cool thing is at this level, they get to do the talent show. So that is only for Dreamers that are Dream 3s and 4s. So your Dream 3s are required 3 hours, but they get all of these opportunities. They're going to get a Dream jacket. They're going to be a part of feel like a part of a team, because they're going to be a part of this core group of students that are all thriving together. They get to be a part of the 1-act play if they're in the acting improv class. This is huge. We've never offered this before. They get to do with the workshops with the Broadway artists. And every year, if you are in Dream, we're trying to figure out the logistics still, but you do have the opportunity to be a part of the summer professional production without having to re-audition. You only audition to get into Dream 1 time. So that is this coming up in a couple of weeks on February the 11th. You only audition 1 time to be in Dream. And then from there on, you just pick opportunities. Pretty cool. You audition to get in the junior production every year in your plays, but that's a good opportunity for them anyway. So on the back of your Dream 3, 7 and 8-year-olds, you will see everything that is required, or everything that is included in this. And then additional opportunities available are the junior production and the one-act play. So I truly hope if you have a 6-year-old that's going to be 7, you would consider this program. It's going to be awesome. Once again, the schedule is super easy. You can be 2 hours one day and 1 hour the other day. You can split it up. So it's 1 hour. So you will not be coming to Legacy a lot. I was very passionate about that. My dancers that were my advanced dancers that were also doing music theater were simply having to do too much. It was too much. They didn't have time with family. They didn't have time for homework. And when at the event, I had one of my alumni moms speak just from her heart, and I didn't know what she was going to talk about. And the one thing she talked about was the one thing she loved the most about the Dream program is that it truly left so much more time for family. And I know if some of you parents might say, well, that's such a huge jump. Well, but if this is your kid's thing, it really isn't. Because like gymnastics, my sister was a gymnast and they were there 4 hours a night. And that's just a lot. And I get that it's a lot. So that's never going to be something that your student has to do, which is amazing. And they can still get all of this specialized training, but in a concentrated amount of time. So this Dream 3, you're going to really set them up to succeed because you're already going to be giving them ballet. You're going to be giving them these classes at a younger age. So it's going to be so second nature to them as opposed to throwing it at them, Dream 6. Dream 4s, it's much the same as Dream 3. They just have one additional hour. So the opportunities are the same, but they have one additional hour that they pick for their elective for your 9 to 11-year-olds. And that's everything that is included in that as well. Same dream jacket, same opportunities. In your Dream 5, this is where it switches to. They have more opportunities at this level. So that's the neat thing for your Dream 4s is that it's kind of setting them up. They're going to be able to be the leaders of those dreamers and get their confidence during the talent show and during all these other performance opportunities. And then when they get the Dream 5, they're truly going to be ready. I call that this level, this is what I love. Because at that level, your kids usually do know. If this is what they love, then give them the gift of Dream 5. This is going to set them up with extra classes like music theory and the advanced acting class, the one-act play, the comedy night, there's leadership programs. There's so many cool things available at this level for them, for your Dream 5s. And once again, they might be able to do 2 hours this day, 2 hours this day, another hour this day. Most of our Dream 5s, they would only have to be at Legacy 2 days a week. It is not going to be that much. And where most of the time advanced classes start going like an hour and a half or a 2-hour class, every class we have is 1 hour. So they just fit all those classes in super quick. So there really will be time for homework and for family and other activities. And then we finish with Dream 6, Watch Out World. So this is what your little one can look forward to and what you as a parent can look forward to. We are going to hold your hand during the college process. What is that? Oh my goodness, I've given my kid the gift of musical theater classes all their life and now they want to do it for a living. What are you doing? That happens, parents. It really happens because we are their one outlet, the one thing they love, the one thing that they thrive with. Or it has just been the outlet for your kid that is maybe an intellect that is so smart that wants to go into the medical field. This has always been their creative outlet. And this is what's going to set your kid apart from the kid that's not. And that is what makes your kid special. So if your kid is someone that really loves more of the academic level or engineering, but yet you give them and you let them thrive on the artistic part of their brain, who do you think is going to be the top student to pick when it's so competitive to get into their dream school to be an engineer or to be, a nurse? It's going to be your student. Of course it is, because they are so diverse and they're so confident and they can speak, which is so important. So that's why I'm so excited about this. And the opportunities are so immense at this level, but with added things like the college prep night, the audition coaching, and their auditions for the mock auditions for professors. And there's everything that is included at the Dream 6 level. So how do they audition? They will show up. I will send out all the information you have received a couple of times, and I'll probably include it on the email of this as well. You've received a Sign Up Genius. You will sign up on that. Why is it important to sign up? The order you sign up on that list is the order you get to pick your schedule. Also, I only have a limited amount of spots available. Like I said, this is not open to the community. I have not advertised this at all. You can't even find this on our website. This is my gift to my students that I want to spoil first. If I don't fill all the spots in the spring, we might have another audition. But this really is their one opportunity on February the 11th to get in. If for some reason you have a conflict on that, but you still want to be a part of Dream, still sign up, let us know, and we will try to work out a makeup date if we can. But just do not let that date stop you. But that is the one day we have for the auditions right now. And it will be a first come, first serve as far as not showing up there, but as far as picking the dream program and all that. But just let us know if for some reason you have a conflict. But they do not need to prepare anything for the audition. Yay! It's more of an evaluation. So do not let your student not try out because they're scared. It is our job to prepare them for this. But why am I having them audition? Well, we value what we earn. So we want, if you're going to invest in this, we want, anytime you spend money or invest in your child, you want them to treasure it, and to be thankful for it. And that is the one way we can definitely make sure that they take it seriously, is that it is something that they earned. But know that Legacy Dream doesn't mean all of a sudden we're shifting who we are. It'll still be a magical place for your student. It'll be a place for your student to thrive. It'll be a place they will love, the same fun staff, the same fun games, the same bouncy house, all those fun things will still be a part, and we'll be able to do so much more because your student is really a part of the family as far as the ones that I can really spoil in this Dream program. So at the audition, we will evaluate them on singing, dancing, and acting. This helps us to see where they are. It helps us to see if there's a hidden talent that we didn't know your student had. And it also just helps us to kind of see where to best place them in their classes. Now, once you receive the evaluation, we will have our suggested classes, but we will sit down individually with you and your student and talk about what they want to do. Many of you as parents are still waiting for your student to say what they want to do. Well, for us as teachers and mentors, they pretty much speak and they tell us. So I'm so excited to sit down with you and your student and to map out this dream plan for them. And then once you do that, you select your days. It's like a menu all the way through your summer. You can select all of that. So even your summers, don't be worried that maybe you're gone most of the summer. There will be camps on the front end, on the back end, on the middle. There'll be options for you as a family to still definitely have that family time that is so important in your summer. But yeah, so then they will get their dream schedule. Auditions, so there's the audition information. Starts at 1. I'm probably going to split these up by groups. You'll get the email. So either a group will start at 1 or a group will start at 2 o'clock for the auditions. Everything is taught that day. They do not need to prepare anything, and that Sign Up Genius is there to sign up. And then we had an audition workshop that is actually going to be tonight. Let me move on. These are my lovely alumni that performed at the event. They're awesome, and we are so proud of them. And there's some more of our lovely performers there. And my last thing was, what story will your dreamer tell? And the sign up is now open. So I certainly hope you think about this. Just know that this is our passion. This is what we do. And this is an opportunity that's like no other. I'm in a mentor group of studio owners that is worldwide. Actually, my mentor is out of Australia. And this program and what I've envisioned here, my mentors have been very encouraging, but there is nothing like this in the world. So I tell you that because it's the truth. So to allow musical theater students to be able to train at this high of a level in specialized training like music theory, advanced acting, along with the dance training without having to do the recitals, and to be able to really focus individually on every single student and put your dream schedule together and your dream track together, it's priceless. There's no opportunities like this. So I'm so excited for your student. Please think about being a part of this. The reason I'm trying to give you as much information as possible is because I know it's new. I know it's hard to kind of grasp everything. I absolutely want to be available to you. So if you want to email me or talk to Ms. Hannah or Ms. Laura, by all means do. We want you to feel comfortable about this, but it really is a very cool opportunity. And I really obviously want my legacy students to be the ones that get first dibs on this. We have had students that are not legacy students that are inquiring about this. How do I audition? How do I get there? Can I bring my friend to the launch event? And the answer is no. This is my gift to you and to your students. And I am so passionate about this. Why am I cross-training? I have yet to meet a dancer who has not been asked to sing. So at all. So wherever it is in their career, if they're going into stage, if they're going to film, or if they're just doing it as a hobby, there will still be amazing opportunities for them. And the doors that will open are limitless when they can cross-train. I have yet to meet an actor who has not been asked to sing or dance. So, and the amount of confidence that student that cross-trains has is amazing, is invaluable. When they go to that audition, they're not going, oh, there's a dance call. Yeah, there's a dance call. many of our dancers, when they're a dance major, they get to college and realize, oh my goodness, I have to know how to sing to get through all of these auditions. Actors, you go into, you go for acting, even on film, look how many actors sing. And what a cool thing to be like, yeah, I can sing. Hey, we're going to throw this tap section in here. Who can tap? I can tap. Let's do it now in a safe environment where they feel confident. And then when they go out, if you could only imagine when they're building confidence with being challenged in all of these areas they thought they couldn't do, but now they can. Do you know what that is going to do for your student when they're a professional and they're on a project that has nothing to do with theater and they're being faced with challenges in their company? Who do you think is going to rise? Who do you think is going to be the one to take on the challenge? It's going to be your students. The arts just provide such a safe place, but a place to just thrive and flourish and grow. And so that's what I'm so excited about. So if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. And please consider doing this for them. I am just so excited, and I believe 100% in this, and I'm excited to grow by growing smaller and getting closer to you and your families and having this mentorship with your students that will last a lifetime. So thank you all so much. Once again, thank you for being a part of Legacy's family. You can still take the classes next year. Registration cards won't go out until the very end of the year after all of the Legacy Dream auditions are completed. So you as dreamers will get first dibs on all of that. So thank you all once again so much. Like I said, email me, Bethany at The Legacy Theater, if you have any questions, and I will certainly be happy to answer any of those. So thank you so much, and let the dreaming begin. Bye.